In today's video, I'm reviewing a 2007 GMC Yukon. This is the third generation model of the Yukon that was produced from 2007 to 2014. The Yukon nameplate was first introduced to market in 1992, but its heritage actually goes back a lot further to the introduction of the Chevy Suburban in 1935. The Yukon is part of a large family of SUVs from GM that include the Chevy Tahoe, Chevy Suburban, GMC Yukon, GMC Yukon XL, the Cadillac Escalade, and the Cadillac Escalade ESV. It also shares a lot in common with the Chevy Silverado and the GMC Sierra pickups. Now, GMC originally had a Suburban model that was the same as the Chevy Suburban. With the introduction of the third generation model, GMC dropped the Suburban name, replacing it with the Yukon XL. And so you've got the Yukon, which is the same length as the Tahoe and the Escalade, and you've got the Yukon XL, which is the same length as the Suburban and the Cadillac Escalade ESV. As far as styling goes, I really like what GM did with the third generation model of the Yukon. And I was already a big fan of the first and second generation models. I think within the full-size SUV segment, those were some of the nicest offerings to begin with. But with this third generation model, GM really took the Yukon much more upscale, giving it a much more modern, clean overall look. It's a really nice progression on the design. One of the main differences you'll note from the Tahoe Suburban models is up here at the front with the grille. In general, the vehicles are pretty identical, just some subtle design changes. The grille being one, some of the body paneling is slightly different. Of course, the badging is as well. Different wheel options than what you get from the Tahoe and the Suburban. And then just the overall design of this rear hatch is slightly different as well. A unique take over the more popular Chevy models. And within this GM family of SUVs, you look at the Tahoe Suburban, the Yukon XL, and the Escalade. I think that the Yukon really makes a great case for itself in terms of design, and you know, while it doesn't sell at the same high sales volumes that you get from Chevy, it has a really nice look to it. In a lot of ways, I think it looks better than what you get in the Tahoe and the Suburban. Of course, there is a slight cost premium, so that's part of why they don't sell as well. But primarily, I think it's just the name recognition. People tend to prefer Chevys to GMCs, even though they're essentially the same vehicle. The Yukon is offered in 3 different trim packages. They've got the base SLE model. This is the mid-level SLT package. And then they've got the top of the line Denali. Of course, the SLT comes with a pretty nice level of refinement. On the exterior, the main difference you're going to note are these larger chrome wheels. Again, giving it that more premium look. You'll see we've also got a sunroof. See the SLT badging right there. But primarily where you're going to note the difference with the SLT model is when you get inside the vehicle. And you'll see it's got a really nice level of overall refinement and luxury. But as far as the exterior styling goes, again, I think the Yukon is a really great looking SUV. Very premium appearance to it, very modern. And it's aged well too. Given that this vehicle's 12 years old right now, it still looks really good within the segment. As we jump into the interior of the Yukon, you'll see it's got a really nice clean overall design. Huge advancement here over what you saw in that second generation model, which was a little bit cluttered and dated. A lot of hard plastics. You'll see in the third generation model, they've really cleaned things up, increased the quality of materials, and it's just a really nice overall design. Seats are very plush in all of GM's full-size SUVs, very comfortable seats. And of course in the SLT model, they come in leather. Lots of power features. We've got power door locks, windows, mirrors, automatic tilting mirrors, heated seats for the driver over on this side, memory settings for the seat, which are also powered. Automatic headlights. We've got 4-wheel drive with the twist of the button. cruise control on the steering wheel, as well as audio and Bluetooth functions. Behind the steering wheel, pretty clean instrument cluster. Got a towing mode, just the shifts of the transmission. In the middle here, we've got a large screen with navigation, audio functions, other vehicle functions, dual zone climate control. We've also got automatic pedals for the driver so they can adjust the brake and gas pedal there, parking sensors, traction control. Over on the passenger side, we've got heated seats for the front passenger as well. Up above, you'll see we've got a sunroof that is tilt and sliding, as well as some buttons here for automatically opening that rear hatch, and then we've got power folding seats, so this can be controlled from the front of the vehicle. We've also got HomeLink garage door there, and then OnStar through the mirror there. Jumping into the back of the Yukon, you'll see it's a very spacious rear area, and it also comes with a pretty nice level of refinement. In the middle, we've got a center armrest with cup holders. The center console here has functionality for climate control in the rear, so you can control your own heat and air conditioning in the back. It's also got some unique audio functions, so you can listen to a different radio station or CD or other audio source from the front of the vehicle using headphones, and it will actually turn off the speakers in the back. We've also got inputs here for the built-in TV screen. So we plug in a DVD player or game console, play through that. Give you a view to the front from back here. I already mentioned that the seats are power folding, so you can do that with the push of the button up front, or you can do a manual operation. So pulling this guy here will fold that seat down, pull on it one more time, and the whole seat folds up, providing plenty of access to get to that third row seat. Third row seat's a little bit tight, but within the full-size SUV segment, it's pretty much on par in terms of legroom and headroom. Not an ideal space, but a lot bigger than what you're going to get in a lot of other crossover vehicles. And then of course the seat on the other side will fold down as well, so you can access that third row from either side. Jumping around to the rear of the Yukon, you'll see that we've got an automatic liftgate, and you'll see cargo capacity is a little bit tight with that third row seat up. Now if you have the need to use that third row seat on a regular basis and you need more cargo capacity, then they do have the Yukon XL model, which is extended, giving you a lot more cargo capacity in the rear. That's not something you're going to get from some of the other competition. The Toyota Sequoia, for example, is only offered in a single length variant. So great that GM offers 2 lengths depending on your needs. And then of course, if you don't have the need to use these seats on a regular basis, they fold up out of place fairly easily, giving you quite a bit of cargo capacity in the rear. So this is a great option if you don't have regular need for that third row seat, but you do want to have the ability to transport rear passengers on occasion. Base models of the Yukon come with a 4.8 liter 8-cylinder with 290 horsepower, but this 5.3 liter 8-cylinder is the engine of choice for most Yukon owners. It's got 320 horsepower and offers the same 14 miles per gallon in the city and 19 miles per gallon on the highway. The Denali model comes with a bored-out all-aluminum 6.2 liter 8-cylinder with 380 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. The EPA rating on that model is 12 miles per gallon in the city and 18 on the highway. My favorite thing about full-size GM SUVs is they're incredibly comfortable. They've got really nice plush seats, they're very quiet in the cabins, they offer a very smooth, comfortable ride, great powertrains, nice steering feel. Just overall, they're very quiet, comfortable vehicles. And within this segment, none of the competition really can compete with GM in that sense. I was driving a 2007 Toyota Sequoia the other day, and in comparison, the interior of that vehicle feels archaic. It's uncomfortable, it doesn't have the same level of refinement and features that you get in the Yukon, and just you know, the advancement and overall technology in this vehicle is light years ahead of that. So that's a review of the 2007 GMC Yukon. Overall, this is a really nice SUV offering from GM and one of the nicest family SUVs available on the market. It offers a very smooth, comfortable ride, lots of luxury features, pretty reasonable fuel economy for a vehicle of this size, a great powertrain, and just a really nice overall SUV. If you have any comments or questions on the Yukon, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching.